I placed a leap trade on Nvidia that was life-changing last year. This video, I will solidify how to best use a leap option and use this strategy effectively to scale. I respect your time, so in this video, I'm going to tell you that it's broken up into 3 important parts. First, I explain why I opened my previous Nvidia leap, which just expired. This portion of the video will be an old clip, but it's very important to understand when I originally went into Nvidia. Second part of this video, I'm going to discuss the right setup for a leap option in general. And third is my new trade that I'm opening in August 2026 on Nvidia going into mid-2027 because I want to open up a new position as my last one has just expired. You're about to learn a lot. Let's get into it. Well, what is a leap option? It's basically, the way I do it, it's a deep in the money leap. So I buy deep in the money leaps because it kind of replaces stock, okay? If you think about it, and I'll go over some examples using my portfolio as well. We'll actually open up and we'll go into an example very, very soon. Let's go over an example right now, actually. Let's open up my portfolio. Let me show you an example first, and then I'll go over more of my presentation, okay? So I want to show you Nvidia because I have recommended Nvidia at 115. This was a little bit of time ago. I recommended buying a leap option at 115, right? So now, of course, Nvidia has gone up and that leap option was very successful. But I want to show you essentially a new play on Nvidia, and I want to explain to you a leap. So a leap is essentially just buying a call option, okay? So if you buy a call option, in a leap option, they're the same thing, except the leap option goes out very far in terms of date. So a leap option, typically it's 20 years. So right now, if I go for June 18, this is a leap option. This is going out over 365 days. So by definition, that's a leap option, okay? Now, if you were to buy 100 shares of Nvidia, 100 shares of Nvidia would be, $142, which is the current price of Nvidia, times 100, it's $14,200. But instead, the most simple way you can understand this is if I go to the 100 strike price, okay? I chose 115 really, but I'll go to the 100. The 100 here is worth $53. So instead of 143, it's worth 53. So it's a lot less, right? So if I were to buy this leap option, okay, this allows me to control 100 shares of Nvidia. The total cost here is $5,385 versus 100 shares, which would be, almost $15,000. So it's basically $5,000 versus $15,000, right? Ballparking the numbers. So essentially, you're getting 3 times less, or 1/3 of the cost of buying Nvidia when you're buying a leap option. Yeah, there's some specific reason for this. It's leverage, okay? You have leverage. Now, you do need to pay for leverage. In the case of a mortgage, you pay with interest or a fee, right? And I heard in Muslim countries, they're not allowed to charge interest. So instead what they do is they bake in a fee. So they say, hey, here's a flat fee, right? For their religious reasons, right? So in this case, it's kind of similar to that. Came to my mind because you're not really paying interest per se on this leap option, but you're paying a fee up front. So you can see here that the break even is 153, okay? But Nvidia is 142. So yes, you're paying about $10 in terms of like a fee, or in terms of like a break-even amount that the stock would have to go up for you to break even, right? And we'll talk about the behavior of a leap option because you can actually make a lot of money on a leap option and doesn't have to you don't have to wait till expiration, all the complicated stuff. You can just simply hold it, and when you're happy, you can take your profit and leave. So that's the nice thing about a leap option. It's very flexible. So you can get in, you can hold it for 2 weeks, 1 month, and we'll talk about that later on in this course. And then you can just take profit and go. So that's the nice part. So I usually buy deep in the money leaps with a high delta. So 0.75, 0.85 would be like the highest delta that you should really go for. You can also go for 0.7 delta. My sweet spot is 0.7. Here, my financial analyst wrote 0.75, 0.85 when he was making the slides with me, because 0.75, 0.85 is really kind of like that gold standard of you're replacing your stock. You're essentially owning stock for a fraction of the cost, right? At that point, you're basically moving dollar for dollar with the stock, okay? And what I mean by that is, again, going back to the beginning, when a stock goes up $1, you make $1, right? But with this leap option, when the stock goes up $1, you go up 85 cents. okay? Because the delta here is 0.85, and the delta really explains to you kind of how this option behaves. So when the stock goes up $1, the option goes up the same $1 multiplied by the delta. So if it's a 0.85 delta, then it's going to go up 85 cents, okay? But here's the thing. When Nvidia goes up $1, okay, it goes up $1 on 142, which is like, you know, not even 1% return, not even like close to 1% return, right? It's like maybe half, it's like not half, but it's like 0.7% return, right? I'm ballparking the number, we'll put up on the screen right now. $1 divided by 142, it's about 0.7%, give or take, whatever this number is on screen right now. But with a leap option, okay, if it goes up 85 cents, here's our new formula. 85 cents divided by $53.85, right? That is going to be about 1.6% or so, right? This number right here is the answer. So the first ballpark estimate was 0.7, which I think I'm in that range. And this one is 1.6%. So it is more than 2 times the return. This leap option is better. It makes more than double the money for a $1 move in the stock. Okay? And that's simply because of leverage. You're making a little bit less money, but you're putting up so much less capital. You're putting up a lot less capital. And because you're putting up a lot less capital, you get a higher percentage return. All right, guys, I want to go over step by step a new leap option that I am looking for Nvidia stock. So check it out. Nvidia is currently going for $216 per share. I told my community anything around $200 per share is an absolute steal. I ended up purchasing shorter term call options, medium term call options. I've done poor man's covered call. I've done a lot of different strategies on Nvidia. And honestly, a lot of you guys are watching a bunch of hype YouTube videos which you think are helping you that are actually not helping you. They're just marketing, okay? If you actually want to be successful long-term like I have been, and I built my own portfolio to multiple 7 figures, and I have tracked this entire journey for the last 6 years here on YouTube. I just showed you a successful trade that I had on Nvidia, and I'm going to open up something that I believe is, again, going to change my life and my community's life. So either you listen and you pay attention, or at your own risk, you can miss out. Up to you. Look, Nvidia, it might not be the sexiest stock. It's already had a bunch of gains. I get it. I'm not Mr. Genius over here trying to pick the next, whatever crazy stock is going to hit a home run. No. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to find something that is more stable, more consistent. And Nvidia, when I saw it at 190, guys, if you just missed a few days, that's it. You missed a few days, right? Now you can see how much the stock has kind of rebounded and recovered in the last 1 week. 10%. That's insane. That's essentially how much an entire stock market can go up an entire year, okay? So of course, timing is important, but if you're late, you're watching my YouTube videos after the fact that I've already made this trade in my community, that's fine. Let me show you what I see in this trade going forward, okay? There's still opportunity going forward. You didn't completely miss out. You just missed out on, you missed out on this so far, but I think there's still more to come, okay? So the position that I opened up was a 190 leap option, which has already done really well. But look, let's go into the summer, okay? I want to go into the summer, June 17, 2027. I went personally for March, but I want to give it a little bit extra time just in case you're watching this a little bit in the future, so you have time to actually set up properly, okay? So June 17 is pretty much a year. It's not quite a year, so a leap option by definition is a year, but I don't care about definitions. I care about results, and my goal is to help people. So let's not look at the perfect definition. I'm looking at June 17. It's about 10 and a half months, okay? Which is great. That's a great time period because Nvidia is still going to have more earnings coming in. They actually have earnings at the end of this month of August. So end of this month in August, they're going to report, and I believe they're going to report something very juicy, okay? We just saw Palantir had earnings, and Palantir stock went to $160. They reported amazing earnings and really good guidance. And I think that's going to be a trend with a lot of other stocks, specifically Nvidia. I think the AI build out is still very much intact. And this is the biggest company in the world, of course. So when I'm looking at a leap option, I have the 190, which it's already paid for itself in terms of any of my community members in coaching as far as that's involved. But if you were to start something new today, it is up a little bit more. So let's just look at the 200. I have the 190, but let's look at 200. 200 here has a 66 delta. Okay, implied volatility is 42. And the bid-ask spread is not perfect, but it's good, okay? It's a pretty good bid-ask spread on Nvidia. So check this out. If you have to buy 100 shares of Nvidia, you're gonna have to pay $21,000. Not everyone has that laying around, right? Not everyone wants to dish out all that capital up front. So instead, what you can do is you can buy a leap call option. Essentially, it's very similar to owning 100 shares worth of stock, okay? I actually view leap call options in the way of replacing stock. That's my goal. I want a very similar kind of advantage, which is basically I put up less capital, but I still get to control 100 shares. Of course, there's risks and dangers involved. The stock ends up pulling back, and Nvidia could pull back, and it has, but over the next 10 months, I really see Nvidia at about $250 per share, which is very important to mention because if you hold this position until expiration, you're not going to get that much, okay? You have to actually play this accordingly and actually manage the position along the way. And ideally, if Nvidia goes up towards 250, which I think can happen well before June 17, in that case, I would take profit. Let me kind of show you what this looks like. Okay, so 200 strike price, I'd have to pay $4,295. Okay, great, but that's still pretty expensive. Okay, the break even here is 242. My price target for Nvidia 250. Okay, so I'm not being crazy here. 250 is nothing crazy, right? If I said 350, okay, that's too much for a large cap stock to really move. Although it's possible and Nvidia has done that many times, that would be a stretch, okay? The danger there is that my thesis would be too aggressive. But my thesis is, I think, pretty conservative, 250, okay? So if I hold until expiration, sure, I mean, I'd be in the money by $50 and I paid 43, so my cost would be 43, and then my expected, potential total exit point would be 50. It's not that attractive, okay? You know what will be much more attractive if this happens, and that I believe the case will happen, is if Nvidia is trading at 250 and that happens within, this year in 2026, right? So we're in August, let's say that in December, which is like 4 months away, right? That Nvidia is trading at 250. I would take profit. And what would that profit look like? Well, essentially, we can calculate that. So let's kind of go through how to manage this trade, okay? Trade is pretty simple, okay? It's not rocket science. I'm buying a 200 call option. That's it. But then what do I do after that? Okay, that's the important part. That's where experience, skill, and knowledge actually comes into play. My exit point, how I would manage this trade, is essentially if Nvidia is at 250, which is my price target in, like, let's say December, and that happens, then I'm just trying to calculate how much this would be worth. It would be $50 in the money, right? So it would be worth at least 50, and then it would have a bunch of time value left, which is kind of hard to do. We don't know how much time value it would have left, so let's use delta. Okay, so if Nvidia goes from 216 to essentially 250, that's a $35 gain, which is essentially at about a 70 delta. That's going to give me about $22 increase here in the total value. The way I'm getting to that number is I'm just taking the amount that Nvidia, goes up to 250, which is $35, and I'm multiplying $35 times 0.7, okay? And I know that's roughly 22. So roughly that's how much it would go up. This is a back of the envelope napkin math, okay? This is not exact math, okay? It's hard to do exact math because there is other factors here. All these other Greeks are going to weigh in on the option as well. But the most sensitive number is delta. That's why I'm ballparking, and my math is going to be fairly close. It's not going to be that far off because delta is the most sensitive of the number. Theta on a leap option, which will affect us negatively, okay, theta is time, and as time happens, the option decays. It's not going to affect the option too much, especially within the next 4 months. It's going to happen, okay? The theta here is $6, okay? And that means if it's $6, you can see 0.0594, which is, if you multiply it by 100, it's $5.94. That's what this number means, okay? Theta is $5.94 per day and the amount of money that you lose, okay? You're renting this option out, essentially. That's how you should think about a leap. You're renting it out. You're renting the option, right? And it controls 100 shares, and there's cost to that, right? Nothing in life is free. The only thing that's free in life is the cheese in a mousetrap, okay? There's a saying in Russian like that, okay? But here, if Nvidia is at 250, the delta is going to have the biggest weight and biggest impact on the leap options value. Theta is going to have $6, basically $6 per day that you're going to lose. So in a month, 30 days, roughly $6 times 30 is going to be $180. I am going to lose $180 per month. And essentially, it's not linear, but let's just do 180 and then add 3 more months, right? Because it's a 4-month option. 3 more months, 200, 200, 200, okay? So in this 4-month period, let's just call it 200 every month is what I'm going to lose. $800 I'm going to lose. But when the delta here is 0.7 and I multiply that by the gain, I hope I'm not losing you here. Replay this if you have to. Simply said is that the expected outcome will be about $2,200 and the theta is going to hurt me by $800. So what I expect will happen is my exit point will be $1,400, which is essentially 30%. That is my expected outcome, which if Nvidia goes to 250 will be my exit point, okay? I know that's a little bit complicated, and I'm happy to make this even more simple. I do these type of examples all the time in different ways in my community. This is just one way where you can kind of calculate one of the management processes, okay? Of course, I've been doing this for 12 years, and I hope I didn't lose you with some of those details. If you have any questions, comment down below. I do read your comments. Yes, there's a lot of spam comments. I have a full-time person deleting spam comments that are fake. There's lots of scammers pretending to be me all over social media. Please be careful. The only place that you can actually reach me is my description, where you can schedule a consultation, a free call to learn about my Discord. Once you're in Discord, then you have my live sessions, or if you want one-on-one coaching, which is a different link, it says one-on-one in my description, you have my personal number. There, I am texting people back and forth. And unfortunately, even there, people pretend to, be mean, they scam. But it's pretty simple, because once you're in the program with me, I'm typically sending voice notes. I can get on calls, so you know it's actually me. I'm the actual coach. Unlike many other programs, which even much of the other channels where you purchase, you go on a webinar, you purchase, it's not actually the YouTuber who is giving you the coaching. It's his team. It's other people doing the work for him. In my community, it is me doing the work. In my one-on-one coaching, you get me. It's one-on-one coaching. I'm not outsourcing and giving it to other people. I love what I do. I'm here to help you. I'll help you scale personally. If you're interested in that, check out the description. Thanks so much for watching this video.